22 years ago, I was working at a factory called UltraFab in Farmington, New York, and also working at Eastview Mall in Victor, New York at a clothing store. And a turn of events occurred that allowed me to transform the trajectory that I was currently on at that time 22 years ago. Here's how it unfolded. So I'm working at the clothing store. A Marine Corps recruiter comes in and asks me a simple question. He said, "Are you happy?" Now, if you've known me for any brief amount of time, I'm an optimist, and always happy. And my initial response was to say, absolutely, loving life, whatever, something upbeat and positive. But for some reason, at that particular moment when the Marine Corps recruiter asked me that, I said, you know what? Not really. And that led to him saying, well, you know what? Here's my card. Call me up. Let's schedule an appointment and chat about, your future. Okay. Now, let's rewind a little bit. At the factory, I was progressing. I'm a hard worker. No matter what I did, I put my stamp of approval on it, and I was rising through the ranks at this factory. And one of the people who was at a level that I was seeking to attain overheard me during a lunch break, and meanwhile I'm working 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. shift, kind of the graveyard shift. He overheard me during lunch saying that I'm ready to move out from my dad's house, get an apartment, and get a new car. And he pulled me aside out of just pure serendipity and said, look, you don't belong here. I said, what do you mean? I'm a hard worker. No, not that. You're a great worker, but you have bigger and better things. You don't belong here. He's like, do you want to wake up 20 years from now and be here? Because that's exactly where I was. 20 years ago, I was doing the same things you talked about. Getting my apartment, getting a new car. Then I got married. Then I had kids. Next thing you know, 20 years goes by and I've been here the whole time. Do you want that? I said, no. Wow. I hadn't thought about that. So that was a conversation prior to this Marine Corps recruiter asking if I was happy. And the combination of those two led me to recognize something that you've now probably heard many times. Nothing changes until you change. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. So until you choose to change, nothing's going to change. And I didn't like the future that gentleman shared with me of being at that factory 20 years later. And thankfully, those circumstances occurred to where I made choices. Now, I made choices that I cut ties with both employers, told them I'm joining the Marine Corps, and broke away and totally changed the trajectory of my life. Now, here's the good news. I'm here today asking you that same question. Are you happy? Do you want to wake up 20 years from now where you are now? Are you suppressing some of the dreams, some of the goals, some of the aspirations that you've had today, years ago? Or are you fully embracing life, doing what you want, when you want, with whom you want? Think about that. Are you truly happy? So consider me that Marine Corps recruiter. Consider me that gentleman that was kind enough to share his insights with me, that future vision. Here's me speaking to you, shaking you a little bit. Is this the life that you were cut out for? Is this where you want to be 20 years from now? Are you going to keep doing what you've been doing? Are you going to keep getting what you've been getting? Or are you willing to make a change? Are you willing to step outside your comfort zone? Are you willing to follow your dreams? Are you willing to follow your passions and go for it? Hey, if you haven't heard, we all have a terminal illness. It's called being human. And I've had friends and family pass away. You've had friends and family pass away. When that last breath comes, as it surely will, we don't know when, will you have gone for it? Will you have gone for your dreams? Will you have made the proper choices? Will you have changed that trajectory that was on a course of mediocrity, on a course of not tapping into the full potential that you're capable of? Or did you do like I did 22 years ago and did something tremendously out of the norm to break that chain, to break that trajectory, and go for something different? If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. Nothing changes until you choose to change. So this is your wake-up call. I happen to be here right now doing this video because I wish I could have had someone like that 22 years ago guide me and wake me up and tell me, look, the path you're on isn't what you're fully capable of. Now, you and I have crossed paths, and I can guarantee you haven't tapped into your full potential. So what are you going to do? You have to make some changes. So a couple changes you need to do is, one, fill this form out. I put a form here that is going to require a little bit of introspection that shares, like, are you happy? That shares, what are you settling for? Like, what have you settled for and given up, or not followed the passions, that you had years ago, that you had maybe today? And what are you going to do about it? So complete the form below, send that to me. I'm reviewing each and every form, and my goal is to assist you. I am addicted to assisting you in getting from where you are to where you want to be. Maybe that's something to do with me being born to teenagers and going to 9 different schools by 8th grade and wishing that I had someone to guide me. And then in the Marine Corps, I ended up being the guide for my platoon in boot camp and led our platoon to win everything that you can possibly win in boot camp. We won drill, we won the rifle range, we won the physical fitness test, we won the testing, the actual sit down and fill in the blanks testing. We won everything you could possibly win with my guidance. I've been fortunate to assist many people who have far surpassed my level of success, yet I teach success on a holistic manner in your health, your relationships, and your finances. My goal is to get a clear idea of where you are, where you're searching to go, and direct you in any manner that I'm capable of to shortcut that path for you, to give you the quickest, most efficient, and effective route to get from where you are to where you want to be. And it may be through some of the products and services that I have, which range from free all the way up to multiple tens of thousands, so I can meet you wherever you are. Plus, I happen to be friends with most everyone in the personal development and internet marketing community, and I can get a clear idea of, here's where that person is, here's where they're looking to go. This will be helpful. So complete this form. It's my goal to assist you on this journey. I hope this was helpful. Leave some comments below this on the blog as well. I look forward to hearing your feedback publicly and privately with the form that you complete, which is 100% confidential and non-judgmental. I'm just here to assist. So complete the form, make your blog comment below. Until next time, make today great.